Okay, our essential question today is, am I able to determine if there is no solution, one solution, or infinite solutions? So here we are going to try a problem where it's given 3 and 6 in the set. Okay, so we have 9x plus 5 equals 4 times x plus 2 plus 5x. Okay, so we're going to use our skills of plugging in. So we're going to take each number and plug it in. So I'm going to take the 3 with pink. I'm going to do 9 times 3 plus 5 should equal 4 times 3 plus 2 plus 5 times 3. When we do all that math, we get on one side 32. And on the other side, we get 35. Well, that clearly doesn't equal, so that one doesn't work. Now we're going to try a different number. So let's do that. Okay, so now we're going to try with the 6. We now have using the same problem. So 9x plus 5 equals 4 times x plus 2 plus 5x. Let's plug in 6. So now we have 9 times 6 plus 5 equals 4 times 6 plus 2 plus 5 times 6. When we do all of that math, we get 59, and the other side we get 62. Well, that doesn't equal, so we write no solution. And we're done. Alright, so now we're going to use the same set, but with a different problem. So in this problem, we're going to have 7x minus 10 equals 3x plus 14. So this time I feel like throwing in the number 6. So I'm going to plug in 6. So in blue, I'm going to plug in 6. You can do 7 times 6 minus 10 equals 3 times 6 plus 14. Using our order of operations, we get 42 minus 10 equals 18 plus 14. Well, 32 does equal 32. Therefore, there is one solution. Okay, so let's try this problem. We got same set, 3, 6, and let's try the first one. So we're going to do 3x minus 12 equals 3 times x plus 1 minus 15. Okay, so in white I'm going to plug in a 3. So let's do 3 times 3 minus 12 should equal 3 times 3 plus 1 minus 15. Alright, so when we plug that in, we get 9 minus 12 equals 3 times 3 minus 15. So now we get negative 3 equals negative 3. Well, this works. Well, let's try it with 6. So now we're going to try it the second way. So now I'm going to do, in blue, the second one. So I'm going to do 3 times 6 minus 12 should equal 3 times 6 plus 1 minus 15. Okay, so what's happening here? We got now 18 minus 12 equals 3 times 7 minus 15. Well, when we do all the math, we get 6 equals 6. Since they both work, we write infinite solutions. They both work, and everything in the set, you write infinite solutions. If it's only one, like we did in the previous one, is one solution. None of them works, we write no solutions. Okay, so now we're going to try this without plugging it in. So I'm going to do the next problem. Alright, so now we have a 9x plus 5 equals 4 times x plus 2 plus 5x. Okay, so now we're not plugging in the numbers. We're going to be using order of operations. We're going to take that 4, and we're going to distribute each term. So now we have 9x plus 5 equals 4x plus 8 plus 5x. Okay, so now we can use order. Okay, so now I got a 4x on my right and a 5x on my right. So now I'm going to combine like terms. So 4x plus 5x is 9x. So we got 9x plus 8 equals 9x plus 5. We combine like terms, so we're going to move it to each one side. So I'm going to move 9x to each side. Doesn't matter. Minus 9x, minus 9x. These are killed off. These are killed off. Does 5 equal 8? No. So we write no solution. All right, let's try another one. Let's try one that has one solution. So we have 7x minus 10 equals 3x plus 14. Okay, so now we're going to move the terms to one side. So I'm going to move the 3x from the right to the left by subtracting it. So minus 3x minus 3x. So now I got 4x minus 10 is equal to positive 14. All right, so we're going to use our skills that we used last section. So to move the 10 to the other side, I have to add 10 to both sides. And now I get 24 on the right. These are killed off. So now we have 4x equals 24. Last step, how do I get rid of the 4? I'm going to divide by 4. When I do that, I get x equals 6. This means there is only one solution. All right, we're almost done with this type of problems. One more. Okay, so now we have 3x minus 12 equals 3 times x plus 1 minus 15. Okay, so we're going to use our order of operations. We're going to distribute that 3 with each term. So now we have 3x plus 3 minus 15 on the right, and we have 3x minus 12 on the left. All right, well, we can combine these terms on the right with the 3 and a negative 15. So now we get 3x minus 12 on the left, and we also get it on the right. If you don't believe me, we can just keep solving. So let's keep moving. So we can move. Okay, so now to move 3x. Okay, in order to move it over, I'm going to subtract 3x on the left and subtract 3x on the right. When that happens, the left side's killed off and the right side's killed off. So now we have negative 12 equals negative 12. That will always be true no matter what. Negative 12 is always going to equal the same itself. So we're going to write infinite solutions. All right, now we're going to move on to the next one. So our next essential question is, how to solve a literal equation. Okay, this is what I mean by a literal equation. Literal equation is our no vocab words, and it means is our literal equation. And that means an equation. It means an equation with only two or more variables. Okay, so let's go over that in the next slide. Here's an example. 4x plus b equals 12. And we want to solve for x. Okay, so I'm going to circle x, and I want to get rid of everything else. So I'm going to subtract b on the left, and I'm going to subtract b on the right. So now I have 12 minus b on the right. On the left, since the b's are killed off, we have 4x. Now we still want to get x by itself, so how are we going to do that? Well, in order to get rid of that 4, we have to divide by 4. Now when we're doing that, we have to divide every single term. So now we have 12 over 4 minus b over 4. On our left side, we know that these are killed off, so all we have is x. Well, we can simplify that to x should equal 3 minus b over 4. And that's my final answer.